Hey guys, what's up? So I'm back. My usual boring background, but it's okay. I'm just hopefully the content will kind of help things. But yeah, today I just really wanted to talk about work logs. You know, in the past I think a lot of people maybe experience this where you just go about your day, you have an idea of what you're going to work on, and then you kind of just go along and and before you know it, it's Friday, which is not a bad thing, but I think it's important to keep track of what you're doing. So what I've been doing is each week, I have this document of current week what I'm doing, and I'll divide up by project, and then every day or so I'll just kind of fill in like today I accomplished this, and once that week is over, I'll then kind of archive that by just like pushing that down on the document, and then having like a current week for the next week. I think that's actually helped me quite a bit because you know like I said earlier, like it's so easy to kind of go through the week, especially if you're at a very busy job. The week kind of just flies by, and before you know it, like it's kind of hard to like look back and remember what you did exactly. And I think a work log, it really helps you to, number one, identify and track what you've done, because that could be helpful for like promotion purposes, for helping you have like some kind of impact resume in case your company kind of requires that. And also, it's pretty. I think this is the biggest thing for me, is that it's actually been very like a positive motivator for me to see, okay, like this is what I've done, and it's kind of a good feeling to see that you kind of check off the boxes or like add bulletin points for what you've actually accomplished that week. And it's kind of like just like self-reinforcing, positive reinforcement, kind of thing. And I think that definitely feels good, right? Another thing is, I think it's also a bit of like a forcing function to keep you accountable, because maybe at the end of the workday, you think, oh, it's time to kind of fill out my document, or like you'll be working and you'll be like, oh, I have this document. It makes you kind of bring your mind back to like, what have I actually accomplished, like because a work log is really to kind of list down the things that you've actually done, right? Instead of like saying, oh, like I've just like read this article or something. Like it's either you've like implemented something, or like launched something, or like you've actually accomplished something a little more tangible, right? Of course, some weeks it's not that possible. It's not possible to, especially if it's like a large, like a really difficult bug or something, but it still helps you like set kind of mini milestones as you're finishing this bug or finishing this like large project. And so I think that's been a good forcing function for me. It's a good practice that I have, that um that I'm gonna keep on working towards, or keep on using towards my work. But yeah, I used to keep track of like my work with like a daily to-do list, where like you know the night before work, or the morning of, I would have these check boxes of things I want to accomplish that day, and then I would kind of try to tackle them throughout the day, and then like check them off. Like in Google, there's like this like task like bulletin point. It's like a square, and you can kind of like, when you click on it, it kind of like strikes out the the action item. But for me, I found that to be a little too granular and a little too. I mean, realistically, it only takes a few minutes, but like when you're so busy, sometimes it's just easy to forget little things like that. And so I found like the weekly like task list, or like weekly record of what you're doing, that's been really something that's been kind of a good sweet spot for me. But I'm sure different people are have the different preferences. Some might be daily, some might be weekly, bi-weekly. So I encourage you to try to experiment. Maybe try it for like 2 weeks, and then see. It's okay if you fall off, and if you fall off, then that means maybe that's not like the easiest thing for you to kind of uh to have. Like maybe you need to increase the cadence, or like or if you like do weekly but you feel like, oh, I'd rather have something daily, then you can kind of like try something daily. So I think that's been really really helpful for me. And I'll provide some more updates, but for now, that's like, it's been something that helped me keep me like a forcing function to keep me on track, and also to record purposes for other people, like, my manager or like even other folks on the team when, it's time to kind of share what you've been working on. So yeah, so hopefully that's been helpful for you guys.